Hello and welcome once more to the Good Game Podcast. This is episode 5. My name is Lin Jie Kong. Today my guests are Sam Gordon.
Hello, I'm Sam.
Rad Yeo.
Hello.
And Joe Reardon.
Hi. Is that wrong?
Joe. This is Joe's first podcast, so...
Yay.
Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
In the last few weeks, we've had the skeleton crew at Good Game, and now the whole gang is back together for another year. Yay!
We're the flesh crew.
The flesh on the bones.
So what's it like being back in the office again?
It's like
After
working.
6 weeks off.
Yeah, it's good. You know, get to play games, get to talk about games, we get to have burgers.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had burgers today.
We had burgers today, and
Very,
it's
very
nice
good.
to see everyone
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, it's great to see
Yeah,
everyone.
that too, I suppose.
Joe doesn't care.
Rad and Joe,
just about the burgers.
you had the full 6 weeks off.
Yeah.
Do you end up getting to maybe about week 4 where you do miss the office a
No.
little bit?
No.
No.
I get to about week 4, I'm like, oh crap, only 2 weeks left.
Yeah, same. You're like, oh no, it's coming to an end.
I should have used this time more wisely.
Yeah, I should have done something productive.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
speaking about your holidays, what did you guys get up to?
I went to the beach a lot. I played a few games. I went up to Queensland for a bit of a holiday for a week. That was heaps of fun. Got burnt. Got a nice tan. And
And you grew a beard
I grew a beard. Yep.
because you work on Pocket now.
Yep. And everyone that works on Pocket needs a beard.
Yeah.
Yep.
That means if I ever want to be on Pocket again, I need to grow a beard.
Yes.
That's going to be quite difficult.
Correct.
Okay, let me think about it. Joe, what did you get up
You
to?
just glue some hair on your face, it'll be fine.
Yeah,
that'll work.
just find a fake beard. It's all good.
Yeah, not a lot actually. Watched a lot of Netflix. That's about it. Can we say
Yeah.
Netflix? Is that allowed?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm
generic-
allowed.
generic streaming services.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played a few games. Played a bit of Just Cause, Assassin's Creed, and the new Homeworld, which was good. That was about
Did you
it.
make a dent into your pile of shame?
No. I was going to. I had a big pile that I wanted to get through, and I kind of looked at it and went, nah, you're in the pile of shame for a reason.
Yeah. But that's the issue with having a pile of shame, right? Because it gets too large
Yeah.
and you just can't get started.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, not even 6 weeks is enough to get started
Yeah.
on that pile.
That's why we wanted more holidays.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I need 6 months, and then
Yeah.
I'll actually get around
Yeah.
to it eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's after 6 months. That's when you start the pile of shame.
Yeah,
Yep.
pretty much.
Yep.
Awesome. Rad, Dota?
Yeah, lots of Dota.
Dota stories?
Dota.
Classic.
There's so many stories in Dota all the time. Dota giveth, Dota taketh away is my motto. You know, Dota's the kind of game that makes you feel like absolute crap about 40% of the time, and then like a god 40% of the time, and then the other like 20% is okay.
That's a pretty good ratio.
Yeah,
though.
no, I
I'd
think
take
so.
that.
Yeah.
I'd take like
Yeah.
40% god, 40% crap.
And what,
That's
the
a
20 is
pretty
just kind
ratio.
of, you're
Yeah, it
just
was like-
zoned out.
Yeah, it was
Nothing's
okay.
really happening in
Yeah.
your brain.
Yeah,
Just watching
exactly.
stuff load.
That's why Dota's the best. So yeah, played lots of Dota. I also tried to get through my pile of shame, but I ended up kind of putting an hour into each of the games and not making that much progress.
Just to see if they were good and
Yeah.
worth it, and obviously not worth it then.
well, I enjoy some of them, but then you also just kind of go, I want to do something else right now. And I spent a lot of time piling up chickens in Tomb Raider. Because if you pick up a
Yeah,
like
and-
in real life.
Exactly.
IRL. No, my chickens would not stand for that. Although, great story. I went to get the eggs. I have chickens.
This is not going to be a great
It's
story.
a great story, Sam. I went to get the eggs one morning, and I opened up the little lid, and one of my chickens, Selena, was in there, and she was all puffed up, and I saw the egg come out.
Did you name
It's
Selena
like-
after Selena Gomez?
No, Selena Kyle, actually, so
Okay.
Catwoman. All my
Okay.
chickens are named after like female superheroes.
Oh, really? Can we
Yeah.
hear them all?
So there's Selena Kyle, which is Catwoman. There is Natasha Romanoff, which is Black Widow, and there's Gemma Simmons, who is technically not a superhero, but she is a character from Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
And did they go on their own superhero adventures around the yard?
Well, when we first got them, they kind of felt like they fit their name profiles, but now they just seem like chickens.
You named them wrong then.
Yeah.
All right, Sammy, what did you play over the holidays?
I played through the Beginner's Guide, which was very emotionally moving and an awesome game. I loved it. I played that Dr.
Langowski's the
Tiger.
Tiger and the
House.
Whirlwind Heist,
Yep,
something like that.
that one?
Yeah.
which is really fun as well. It's only like 15 minutes. It's also free, which is cool. And a bit of Fallout and Hearthstone, of course, always.
Always Hearthstone.
Always Hearthstone.
Always Hearthstone. What games are you looking forward to this year?
XCOM 2 is coming soon, and I want it now.
I know Barjo is very excited about that.
I want it.
He was
I
telling me
want
over lunch.
it. I want
How
it,
badly?
Lin.
Like, would you battle Barjo over it?
Oh, I'd win that battle, so yeah. Wait, what's the battle in? Is it like fisticuffs or...
I don't know. Like, what would the battle be?
If it's fisticuffs, I think I would win, so I would
Yeah.
go there. If it was...
You had a planking battle with him yesterday.
yeah.
Who won?
I think he did.
Oh.
All those back
I
exercises.
think I'm so much stronger than I am. Like, I always, like I keep thinking I can arm wrestle people that I just can't. I can't beat Sam using 2 arms.
That was
and
funny,
my
though.
face.
Yep, that was great.
So...
Awesome. So, XCOM. Joe?
XCOM, definitely. I've got a big list. Do you want, Sam, you should
I'll
probably go first.
Okay.
Sure. Dark Souls 3, which is in April.
It's on my list.
Anything we
Damn,
say
Joe.
from now on in is going to be on Joe's list.
true.
So.
So Dark Souls 3, which is in April. Unravel is coming out soon, which I'm looking forward to. And Ukulele, there's a picture of it over there. I'm looking forward to that as well. Because it's supposed to be like Banjo-Kazooie, and there's a picture of that as well. Yeah.
Very cool.
All right.
Joe, your list.
I'll be quick. There's
should
a lot.
Should I go make a cup of tea and come
No,
back?
it'll be
Okay.
quicker than you think.
Okay.
I think. So we got Dark Souls, Mass Effect, Deus Ex, Total War, Warhammer, Halo Wars, Mirror's Edge, Gears of War, No Man's Sky, Cuphead, Coaster Planet, XCOM, Firewatch, The Division, Adrift, Quantum Break, Uncharted, Homefront, Dangerous Golf, the Telltale Batman game, Crackdown, Doom, Sea of Thieves, Star Citizen, Tacoma, Last Guardian, Ghost Recon, Dishonored, Horizon Recore, Hellblade, Hitman, Outer Wilds, Mafia, Zelda, Ukulele, Below, Inside, Dreams, Superhot, and Wild.
Here is a list of games
Wow.
shown at E3
Yeah.
last year.
But there's not all the games. It's just
not all
the
the
ones
games.
I
Just the
want.
ones I want.
Just the ones I want. And I'll probably play about 4 of them.
Yeah. And the rest go on the pile.
Yeah. I feel like you'll get more than 4.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
There's a few short indie ones on there.
I like how that list reads like the Wikipedia release dates. Of
It pretty much
2016,
was.
it?
Just went down and like the ones I was interested in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Cuphead,
excellent.
that's another one.
Yeah,
That looks
And
Cuphead's
really
really
Horizon.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Horizons, yeah.
See, there's some good
Yeah.
games on there.
Yeah, it's
No.
a
a
great
good list.
list. No one's bagging the list.
No one is bagging the list.
Yeah, it sounded like you were.
We're bagging you for being a nerd and making a list.
That's why I have this job, right?
I like it.
I like the fact that you're bagging Joe for being a nerd. Like, we are the nerdiest office.
Yeah, but you
Out of
still.
the
I'm the
entire
only one who
ABC.
made a list.
But he's still the list boy.
I am a
List
researcher.
boy.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
You
that's
are,
what I do.
You are a
They
I
should
researcher.
research
change
and
your
make
title
lists.
to list boy.
List this boy. Yeah.
List boy.
Many lists.
That'd be a demotion, I'm sure.
All right, on to the main topic of today. So it's almost the end of January, and when people actually listen to this podcast, it will be February. That means that people would have had, at least December and January to eat everything they wanted throughout the holidays, do what they wanted, and then now most people are back at work. So on the topic of health, fitness, and food from a gaming point of view, which is ironic considering we all went out for burgers today
Yes.
at lunch, right?
Yep.
Massive.
So-
dirty
They're
Good
Yeah,
burgers.
big burgers.
They are really good
They're great
burgers.
burgers.
Yeah. So we're all kind of comatose from burgers right now.
Yep.
I think it's really interesting that I'm usually much healthier during the holidays and much fitter during the holidays. And then it's when I come back to work and when the stress piles up at work is when I start eating really badly and then not exercising. And then suddenly by June, it's like, holy hell, what has happened to my body? Do you guys feel similar or?
Absolutely.
I'm the opposite.
Oh.
I'm terrible in the
Oh.
holidays. I didn't go to the gym at all. I ate
Really?
so much food.
You didn't go to the gym at all?
No, I didn't go for
Not
like
once?
3 weeks.
You're kidding.
No.
Guys, this is like groundbreaking.
Yeah, Sam,
This
Sam,
is
what's
not
your
Sam.
what's your usual gym routine? Like, how many days would you go
I
usually?
usually go 4 times a week. It's like a bodybuilding split of upper, lower. But in the holidays, didn't go at all.
Yeah.
It was pretty
So,
good. Relaxing.
dear listeners, if you've never seen Sam in
We'll put a
person,
photo up. He'll be the
He-
that photo of him at the bottom of the pool thumbnail.
yeah. Sam is like the fittest guy
That photo.
in the office, and like when people look at you, Sam, I'm sure like they would have no idea that A, you're a nerd, and B, that you're a massive gamer and you also work on a gaming show.
Yeah, probably not.
Because usually, like, the reputation that gamers have is that they are, unfit and, eat unhealthily.
Neckbeards.
He's got the beard now, though, so
Yeah. Well, he'd have to shave off the face and leave only the neck.
yeah. Yeah.
Picturing shaving my face off.
Yeah. So it's very commendable, Sam,
Thank
that,
you.
that you are this
Yeah.
fit. I want to go around the table and ask you, what's your relationship like with being healthy?
I would say fairly good. I have been unusually blessed, though, with an incredibly fast metabolism.
Incredibly fast.
You are also in your early 20s,
That's
so
also true.
I'm sorry to tell you, but it goes downhill
Everyone
from here.
has been saying that, and it hasn't yet, so I'm bracing for it. But yeah, I have the advantage of really being able to eat whatever I want and not look disgusting. However, that doesn't change. That doesn't change how you feel.
Yeah.
So I do like exercising because I like how it makes me feel. I like getting sweaty. I like the release of it and stuff like that. So during the holidays, I actually completed a mini triathlon.
Woo!
Jeez.
Well done.
Which was a first for me. I'm not someone who has done anything like that before. I've never done races or even kind of.
Tell us what you
done a
did in the.
biathlon?
Yeah, that's awesome.
No.
I think
No,
you
straight
need
to the
snow
try.
Straight to the try.
for biathlon.
Do you? Surely,
Yeah,
surely you can have two sports
biathlon-
outside of snow.
Yeah,
no,
just pick
like-
two.
Biathlon is technically like shooting and skiing.
Yeah,
That's
Oh.
what biathlon
yeah, as Red
is.
says,
Oh.
pick two.
Just pick two random sports.
Tennis
put them
and
together.
soccer.
Ping pong and swimming.
That would work, right?
Anyway, Rad, what do you actually do in a mini triathlon?
So the distances on this one was a 400 meter swim, then a 14.8k cycle, then a 4.3k run.
Oh.
So I completed that in a time I'm not super proud of. It was 1 hour 37.
Yeah.
I was hoping to get an hour 30, but it was also really far.
That's a lot to do. I mean,
Yeah.
did you have to train up for that?
I neglected to train. I
Did you stretch?
I neglected to stretch. I heard about it vaguely about 2 weeks before, didn't think I was going to do it, found out my sister was doing it, and she was like, yeah, come, it'll be fun. And literally the day before, I was like, yeah, okay, I'll go. So just went along and had a go, and it was good fun. But yeah, it's daunting. It's really far. I didn't think I could do it. I knew I could do all the distances by themselves, but doing it all in one go is very different, but you feel so accomplished at the end.
Yeah,
So-
it is a huge accomplishment. Accomplishment.
Thank you. I'm very
that.
proud.
Yeah, that's
Would you do it
awesome.
again, or are you like that's?
I
the
would
last?
I went and bought triathlon pants because they were on
Is there a
sale.
section like triathlon clothing in the
yeah,
shop?
absolutely.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
It's
they were,
different from biathlon clothing.
yeah. Biathlon is you don't need it to be as hardy because you're only doing 2 events.
Yeah.
Whereas the
But it's
triathlon
got to be in
has
the
to last
snow
for
though,
3.
apparently, so it's got to be pretty hardy.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's
And you have to
padded.
carry a gun as well. I
Yeah.
think it's
gun holster.
Don't give
Yeah.
Rad a gun. Don't do that.
But yeah, so I went and bought some triathlon pants because they were cheap, and I was like, I loved that, and I would love to do it again. But my swimming would have to get stronger because that was a big struggle. Actually, just everything would have to get stronger. It was
But
hard.
that is something for you to work towards,
Yeah,
right?
totally.
And to work towards, the next mini triathlon you do, and maybe in the future
Maybe
you'll
a
do a
big-
full triathlon.
Adult triathlon.
And you can train yourself up to that point.
Exactly. So I've been running a fair amount. I've been running kind of about 30 plus K a week recently.
Wow, okay, yeah.
So I try and do 5K a day kind of 4 to 5 times a week now.
Yeah.
But it has increased my appetite exponentially, and it's getting scary.
And your appetite was already pretty big.
Yeah.
And now
I had
it's-
2 burgers for lunch yesterday, and I was snacking all throughout the day, and I almost cried because I was so hungry.
And that's the thing with exercise. A lot of people don't understand that, especially if you are trying to lose weight, that over-exercising makes you really, really hungry.
Yeah.
And it actually sometimes makes you, eat way more than you really want
Absolutely.
to. Yeah.
But the good thing is as well, I find that exercising regularly changes how you want to eat. So that does part of the work for you because you're not craving sugary foods as much and stuff like that. Like your body needs nutrients,
Yeah.
so that's what it craves. And you start to kind of for me anyway, I look at really gross oily foods and I'm like, it just doesn't seem appetizing.
Yeah.
It's like after a 5K run, you probably don't want to chomp on that
Yeah.
chocolate bar.
No, you kind of don't.
Both
You also-
mentally and physically.
Once you've put that effort in to get the weight off, you're a lot more I know what it takes to burn that, so I don't want to eat that and then
Yeah.
have to run twice as much to get rid
Yeah.
of it. So
Yeah.
Joe,
Well-
how about you? How's your relationship been?
It's changed over the years. I was the kid at school who did everything he could to avoid school sports. I just did not running and getting sweat. It's horrible. It was the worst thing. So up till about 25, I really didn't do any exercise whatsoever, and then I got fat, and I thought, I probably don't want to be this fat. So that's when I started actually, doing regular exercise, and it's been pretty good since then. I lost about 20 kilos originally.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was almost
No
100
way.
kilos, and then went down to about
Yeah.
80,
Joe's-
70.
Joe's like my
remember Fat
inspiration.
Joe.
Every time like Joe starts losing weight, I'm like, fuck, man, I gotta
I
get
don't
on
remember
this.
Fat
Well,
Joe.
when you started 4 years ago,
Yeah.
and I was about 25 when I started exercising, so you probably like started the holiday after I lost
Oh, I
a chunk of the
just
weight.
missed it.
You just missed fat.
Just
I was only ever
missed it.
chubby. I wore loose shirts too, so I hit it. But it was getting to that
Yeah.
point where the loose shirts were tight. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
He did wear the weight well, though, I have to say.
Yeah,
So,
thank you. But yeah, now I'm pretty. I did a lot of cardio, and now I've moved on to Sam has inspired me to do weights. Since finding out he did zero cardio, I was like, well, whatever he's doing works. So I've been doing
do
weights
cardio.
for the last 6 months, and that's
Do cardio.
And are you enjoying exercise more? Like you said, as a kid, you avoided all types of sport. Is it something that you've kind of grown an interest in and enjoyed it more?
yeah, it's definitely it's been an acquired taste for me. I think once I started doing it, you start feeling healthier, and you get over the barrier of it's a lot of effort, and you can kind of find that zen zone where you can get into burn, and it feels gets the endorphins going, and you start the day, and you actually feel good about yourself and a bit energized. So
And once you're in a routine as well, it's
Yeah.
just easy to
Yeah.
keep that going.
that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Like have a routine, and that was the key to me, was finding the time of day, when to do it, and just committing and being like, that half hour, that hour is
Yep.
going to be exercise,
Yep.
and just you're going to do it. So,
Yeah, awesome. I think that's inspirational for people who might have always hated exercise. You could definitely find something that you might enjoy
yeah.
and just keep doing it.
I mean, I started out just doing sort of 10, 15 minutes of elliptical machine running, and that was kind of it, just something every day.
Yeah.
And I just built a little bit from there, and added some push-ups, added sit-ups, etc., and you keep growing the routine until it becomes something, better rounded, I guess.
Yeah. Awesome. Just before we continue, I do want to make a medical disclaimer.
Yeah.
Everything that we say on this podcast is not from a professional medical point of view. We are not trained doctors
We are not.
or health professionals.
No.
We are only talking about our own experiences. Please do not take this as the gospel truth. Please consult a doctor or a health professional if you do want to get into exercise or change your eating patterns or whatever.
And
Yep.
please consult your doctor if you are going from zero exercise to trying to do
Exactly.
a high amount of exercise.
Or just don't do that. I mean,
Yeah.
no one does that. Take small steps.
This isn't
start
the biggest
walking.
loser.
Just do a
Exactly.
10-minute light run or something, just a little
Yeah.
jog or something to your
No,
routine.
just start
Progressive
walking.
overload.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Gosh, when I started, I couldn't even jog for 60 seconds. It was rough.
Yeah.
So I started running, doing a couch to 5K kind of program
Yeah.
with 60-second intervals of running followed by 90-second intervals of walking.
Yeah.
And just that was rough. So, and I was never particularly unhealthy physically, but just unfit. So you
Yeah.
have to take it slow. Even if you're not unfit, you have to take it slow.
I think people fall into the trap of, making, for example, a New Year's resolution and thinking, oh, I need to lose weight or get healthy this year or, hit a fitness goal and then go from 0 to 10 on the scale of exercise. And then the next day they quit because they own so much pain.
Yeah, they
You
just
don't-
burn out so quickly.
You don't need
Yeah.
to do that. That is really, really unnecessary. Start really slow, start really small. Anyway, Sammy,
Yep.
your relationship with being healthy. Very good.
I think I'm fairly healthy. I mean, it's not just healthy food all the time. I have burgers for lunch, like we did today, and which we do every fortnight. But the good burgers, burgers.
But did you play a lot of sport as a kid?
You played rugby all through high school, played soccer when I was a kid, golf and water polo and a bunch of others. Yeah.
Water polo.
Are you a strong swimmer?
Yeah, I'm all right at swimming. I'm
Yeah.
pretty good. Yeah.
So you played a lot of sports as a kid.
Yep, totally.
Always happy to eat, healthy food and.
Yeah, I try to eat healthy. Most of the time it's just steak or chicken and vegetables for dinner, which is considered
Got to
healthy.
get that protein.
Got to get that protein, exactly. As Rad said, I don't do much cardio though, so that might be a crux of my fitness and
Got to
health.
do cardio.
Do you still play sports at the
Nah.
moment?
No, I don't play
Some.
sport. It's just gym, really. No.
Okay, so you're probably not running as much as you used to as a
Yeah,
kid.
so I'm probably not aerobically as fit. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's mostly just weights 4 times a week. So yeah.
Yeah. And so, in comparison to Joe, who kind of didn't really grow up with sports, and you grew up with sports, was it easier for you to maintain kind of your level of fitness?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, there was never really a period in my life where I wasn't doing something active. I was always in between sports, switching from winter to summer sports, or just going to the gym. I mean, I've been going to the gym for 4 years now, I think. So yeah, no, it hasn't been that much of a challenge. But
I think you should give us some advice on gym newbies.
We'll get to that
Okay.
point. Yeah,
We'll
that
get
is
to
that
that.
is on the list. Similarly to Sam, I played sports all the way through primary school and high school. Played every sport under the sun: basketball, soccer, tennis, you name it. Therefore, I actually, kind of, my body feels like it's 55 and not almost 30 right now. Yeah, like I've never had an issue with exercise or playing sport or anything. I just had an issue with eating. So it's just like, I feel like I would eat, the same amount as someone who's like 6'2", except I'm like 5'4".
That's my life.
it sounds
Yeah.
like Rad.
Yeah.
Except my metabolism isn't as good as yours. So I've kind
It's
of
just a
always
matter of time.
struggled with that. yeah. Just wait, 6 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get there.
That's something to look forward to. But maybe by then I'll be doing like Ironman length triathlons.
Yeah, wow.
That's a big goal.
Holy crap.
We'll see.
I gotta start training. Talking about fitness goals and exercise. Sam, like, for me, like, when I first met you
Yep.
on Good Game, you were always a fit guy, right?
Yep.
So my question is, like, what motivates you to continue going to the gym? And, where's your fitness goal?
My goal is to kind of just increasing the weights, I guess. It's
Yeah,
not
so
really-
you're doing a lot of weight training at the moment.
Yeah. And just to really look better to help my confidence. That's the biggest thing, I think.
Yeah.
I don't have the best self-esteem.
Well, you look great, Sam.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah.
Can
But it's
count
all
on
about
you.
all about the internal.
Yeah, it's
Joe.
all about
Yeah.
I know. But I'm giving him a compliment to help.
Thank you, Joe.
Sorry.
So yeah, that's the main thing for me.
I think in the end, it's about your own self-esteem, isn't it? It's about kind of making yourself happy and, along with your body image. I mean, the hard thing is our view of body image is polluted by the media and by society and all that. And sometimes a lot of us have to kind of struggle with our internal kind of view of our body image and then what is also accepted by society. Joe, for example, like you were saying you lost a lot of weight, and obviously that's perpetuated by getting healthy and fit, but also by your body image,
Oh,
right?
for sure, yeah. Like with Sam, I'm a redhead. So going through school as a chubby redhead, I got picked on a fair bit, so my self-esteem was never that great. And then, I just thought I'd feel a lot better about myself and a lot more confident, and, it works. You feel a lot happier just day to day when you feel good and you look in the mirror and you feel proud of, what you've done. You don't feel like you're a fat slob who...
Oh, Joe.
Well, I never felt like I was
You
a
look
fat
great,
slob.
Joe.
Yeah, you look
thanks.
great, Joe.
Amazing.
Yeah, flex them muscles.
Guns out.
But yeah, it's just about, as you say, making yourself feel good and not letting yourself hate yourself, for being lazy and just getting out there and do it.
Yep.
Yeah. But it's even hard, like, even if you get to a certain point, and for example, you, Sam, we always give you a lot of compliments in the office,
Yep.
Both jokingly and seriously.
It's borderline harassment.
It is, well, I wouldn't even say borderline, it is harassment.
It's over the line.
But does that play on your mind? Because I'm sure a lot of people would say to you, hey, you've got a great body. Like, why do you even want to perfect it even more? Like, where's the standard to you? Like, where's the limit to you? Or is there even a limit?
There isn't really a limit to me. I just keep trying to progress from where I am now. So it's just more weight, and just seeing that progress helps spur me along, kind of thing. That's what keeps me motivated, the
Yeah.
progress as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And Joe, you said you've started weight training now through Sam's, I guess, guidance.
And also, you suggested a book that
Yes.
helped me out a lot.
So I guess for people who want to start lifting weights, I guess, seriously, semi-seriously, I do recommend reading, what is it?
Starting Strength.
Starting Strength.
Yeah, right.
Starting
Go Mad.
Strength.
Go mad!
Yeah,
Recommends the Go Mad program.
Yeah.
Yeah, Starting Strength, which is mostly about Olympic lifting, but it actually goes through a lot of the techniques of proper, what a proper squat is and bench press and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, Joe, how did you go about, reading that and kind of figuring out your routine?
Well, I mean, one of the big things when I started wanting, to get into weight training was you jump on the internet and try and find what people recommend you do, and it's almost impossible to just find a nice program because everyone obviously needs their own program set for their own limit, so no one's going to recommend do this. So Starting Strength was really good because it actually had sort of an example amateur program. like there's a lot in that book. It's very technical. It goes through a lot of the physiology of how lifts affect your body. And, I'm reading through it going, I don't need to know this. Tell me what to do. Tell me how much to lift and when, So, I saw that bit and I went, okay, so those are the lifts and that's a rough program. Pretty much copied that. And it worked quite well. It only has like 4 weeks. And then from there, I just extrapolated out and kept adding weight and going from that.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty good book because it only recommends 3 or 4 lifts, really. Squats, deadlifts, bench press, and overhead press.
Yeah.
And it also recommends a few others, but those are kind of the main ones.
Yeah.
So it's a really kind of simple program to get into. You don't need to worry about a lot of technique. But, they are, as you say, we're not medical professionals at all.
And honestly,
any weight training can be dangerous if you do it wrong.
Any weight training can be dangerous. If you do not know your body well, if you have not done any exercise, please consult a professional.
Yeah.
Do not go to the gym and try and bench press or do a deadlift.
Or
because
like a squat as well. Like squat is a very dangerous one. If you do way too much weight, you will face plant with 80 kilos on your face.
That's not good.
And everyone's like, go do weights.
Yeah, Rad's like listening to this and she's like, I don't know if I want to start weight training.
Yeah, it sounds scary.
Yeah.
And I don't know where to start, honestly, like with weight training. I like running because and cycling and swimming and stuff because it's easy to just go out and do your own thing. But I think technique is really, really important for any physical activity you do. I know for myself, I suffered with a lot of injury when I first started running, and it was just down to simple things like not having good shoes, going at the wrong time of day, like going first thing in the morning and not warming up properly. Apparently you need 20 to 30 minutes of stretching and warming up before you do any physical activity, even jogging. You just
need a while of being awake as well.
Exactly, because you're still half asleep. And just like little things like that, it makes a big difference. But just like jumping back a little bit, if I can, to the topic of working out for your self-esteem and stuff like that, cardio, I think, is really really good for stress.
I absolutely agree. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's one of the main reasons why I got back into exercise, because I was stressed out and I was like, I don't like, because when I'm stressed, I'm mean. And I don't like being mean, and then I go home and I'm like, I was mean to everyone today, and I don't want to do that. So
only up to a certain point, though. I have read a lot that once you increase cardio past like the hour mark is when your cortisol levels go up, and that's your stress hormone. So try and limit kind of your cardio.
Yeah. There's limits to everything, and there's that limit of, if you exercise too much, you're going to stress your body rather than de-stress it. And also conversely, it like self-esteem definitely is from the inside. It doesn't matter how good you look, you need to be happy with yourself in other ways. Like I have always been thin. I'm gonna give stats. I'm about 5'2.5", and I weigh.
I love stats. We all love stats.
I'm about 5'2.5", and I'm almost at 3, mate. I'm almost there. And I weigh about 50 kilos or less. And I'm like a size 6. I'm like very thin. I'm very petite. I still sometimes look in the mirror and go, I need to lose weight.
Yeah.
I'm
wow,
fat.
really?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Not always, but it happens. And like,
is that because of society or media pressure, or is it how you view yourself?
I think it's a little bit of everything. Like there is definitely, especially on females, a very big pressure to be very thin. And I think also the way that people talk to each other. It's a very big thing that everyone's always concerned about their weight, and that can make you feel like you should be concerned about your weight even if you shouldn't. So I always try and encourage people to be more concerned about how happy they are and about their fitness, because fitness is a measurable thing that helps you in other areas. It's not just about how you look, it's about what you can do.
You know, I was watching a BBC documentary about 2 weeks ago that pretty much, did its own study within the episode and said that you can essentially be fat and fit.
Yeah,
like
no,
that
absolutely.
is actually possible. And so
I know a guy who's probably like, he was trying to lose weight, but he was about 100 kilos, like big dude, running marathons.
Yeah.
And like, I can't run a marathon. He was fit, but
But it's interesting that the current measure of, body weight and BMI can be very flawed. And on this episode, they were looking at body fat percentage as more of an indicator of how fit you are. And so you can be quite heavy, but have, quite a good body fat percentage for your weight or fitness level for your weight. So that was really interesting for me because, like, like I am heavy, and I'm less heavy than I used to be. Like Joe, I think I've lost about 10, 12 kilos since like 2012, maybe.
Yeah, sounds about right.
You know, still got probably another like 10, 15 to go. But then I realized after this episode that I'm actually quite fit for my weight.
And
like,
I
my
think
body
fit
fat
is more
percentage is
important.
pretty low for my weight. And so I know I carry a lot of muscle because of how much sport I've done in the past, and I do weight training. I probably do more weight training than a lot of females who just do cardio. So it's like watching that episode, I was like, I kind of feel better about my body now. It's a, you know, but it is really peculiar thing because you can, like, people can look at you and they can think you're fine, you're perfect. What's wrong with you? But then you can essentially look at the mirror and go, oh no, I still have things I'm not happy with.
It's as you're saying about the media and stuff. You know, you look at sort of what the media considers a fit person. They're 4%, 5% body fat, which is almost insane to get to and maintain. Like, you know, those people in those magazines are, you know, they're doing that for a living. They're models. They're staying fit.
They're on steroids.
And a lot of them are on steroids as well. So that's actually not even that healthy for you.
It's not healthy.
You know?
Totally not. Yeah.
So you can be much happier and fitter at a 15-20% body fat.
And you need to enjoy your life as well, like
and have burgers every now and
and
again.
have a burger every now and then. And apparently for females it's incredibly unhealthy if you have abs that show. Like most females that have abs that show, their periods stop, and they experience a whole range of other kind of secondary health issues. Everyone's different and everyone can push to different things, but healthy first.
Healthy both in mind and body.
Yeah.
Unless you're a model.
In which case you're making those dollar bills or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, dollar bills.
Well, you know, I don't think most models are that happy with
I don't
mentally.
think so. No.
But they're rich.
But they're rich, Lynn.
No,
and
not
that's
necessarily.
almost the same
Only
thing.
the top models are rich. Like if you're just a normal model, like a normal catwalk model, Sydney Fashion Week or whatever, like you don't make a lot.
But they could
It's more the
get there.
travel. We can all get there, Rad.
They've only got
We're all gonna
6
make it.
months a year to get there before they're too old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before their look isn't in anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think we're all pretty healthy in terms of the food that we consume. Like, obviously, we have our bouts of burgers and
Okay,
junk
I'm
food.
not convinced a burger is unhealthy though,
I
so
think a cheat day is important, just for your own,
to
well-being.
keep you sane.
Yeah, exactly.
For me, it's about the calorie count and not so much anything else. So if I'm trying to put on weight, I just try to eat more. If I'm trying to lose weight, I just eat less. What the food is, it doesn't matter so much. I mean, if you're eating junk food, it's going to be light on like micronutrients, so you might feel run down and a bit sick. But like the main thing for me is the calories.
Yeah. Can we talk about macros?
Yeah, let's do it.
Macros really interest me because I've on and off, like I've experimented kind of many times in terms of, you know, how much protein, carbs and fats you take, which are the 3 macros.
Macronutrients. Yeah.
Macronutrients. Thank you, Sam.
Yep.
He knows everything.
I do not.
I love this topic.
Yeah. What do you do right now? Like, what's your macro ratio?
Yeah, so the only thing I really focus on is the protein and the calories. So I don't really focus on like the fats or the carbs so much. I just try hit 150 grams of protein, I think, a day. Is that what I try hit? Is that what kind of you do? Or?
I don't count.
Okay.
I think you're meant to measure by body weight.
Yeah, there's like a
and
formula that...
Also how much you're working out.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, it's just the protein and the calories. Yeah.
I
'Cause you're
tracked
building muscle.
I tracked my food once using an app on my phone that's just like the built-in kind of fitness app, and it was so scary and disheartening. I was like, what? How many calories am I intaking? I'm like, it was fun for about 2 days, and then I was like, I don't need to see that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that tracks your macros as well. So if you are interested in learning more about your macros.
You know what I really want? Can you sign up for one of those experiments where they put you in a pod and they measure they measure your calorie expenditure or your energy expenditure?
What, just sitting?
Literally lying down in a pod. So
But
they
wouldn't you
measure your
expend
CO2. No, that's your base metabolic state, right? And because I want to know like just how fast your metabolism is.
Apparently you can do that at the GP. They like do a thing, I don't know. I've been told they can do it. Yeah, they tap your knee and then turn around 3 times.
Because I have a theory, and I've said this to you before. I have a theory that you don't eat as much as you think you eat.
I did eat 2 burgers for lunch yesterday, and then 3 protein balls and 2 like snack bar things and then a whole bunch of almonds.
I want a whole
That
episode.
was like work day.
I want a whole episode of Good Game dedicated to just like finding out
What's wrong with me?
if you're an alien or not.
You're the exception.
I don't think I eat an like incredibly stupid amount, but I think I eat a lot for my size.
Yeah.
Because I can eat pretty much the same as Sam. Well, I eat pretty much the same. I think if we were having
Sam is like just looking at Rad.
I think if we were having a competition, you would beat me. But I think in a normal day of just what we choose to eat, I think we would probably eat similar.
I can eat a lot if
You
I want
can,
to.
but you don't.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Day to day, I don't know.
Yeah, see, like day to day, just normal, I think I probably eat as much as Sam.
Okay. Joe, how about you? I mean, did your diet change?
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the big things I had to change because I was a notorious snacker and like really bad snacks and like bad timing as well. You know, before bed I'd be like, I need my like bedtime cookies, so I'd grab like a fistful of cookies and take them and eat them in bed, and it's just like that's the worst time.
Oh, we've
to
all
eat.
been there.
Yeah, but it was a nightly ritual as well, so that was bad. I just kind of cut out a lot of the snacking. You know, avoid fast food as much as possible. A few more salads around the place. But yeah, I try not to worry about counting too much. Just eat a sensible amount, not too much, you know, and just kind of let it all, you know, weigh yourself every now and again, and just if you're putting on too much weight or not enough or whatever it is you're trying to do, you know, just keep an eye on it and just try and be sensible and not, you know, not pig out every night, but let yourself have some ice cream or a burger every now and again.
Yep.
It's interesting to hear you talk about rituals, because I find with me so much of my food habits are rituals. It's like, oh, you know, I've had dinner, I'm going to have some fruit, and then I'm watching TV or I'm playing a game, I'm going to, you know, raid the pantry for Tim Tams or chips or whatever. And it's like, you know, if I've got a packet of chips, I will probably finish it in one go. Like for me, it's really hard for me, you know, that limit of self-control.
Do you do the one where you have to have a sweet snack and a savory snack at the same time? So you
and then but that's the worst, because I will finish both sets.
No, absolutely.
Like it's not like, you know, you've got,
it's not like you eat half of each.
Yeah,
No.
that's like, what's wrong with you? That's the point.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah, like you know, if you just have the sweet, then you'd get sick of it, right?
Yeah.
But you alternate, and soon I've finished like, you know, a whole pack of M&Ms and a whole pack of salt and vinegar chips, which is pretty awful. But for me, it's trying to break out of that ritual and habit. And living at home is really hard, because often my parents and my brother are enablers, right? I don't know if you have enablers.
My
in your
dad just likes
family?
buying lollies so that they're in the house. Half the time he doesn't even eat them. He just likes to buy them.
My dad's a perpetual ice cream buyer. Like, he would just buy ice cream,
I do
like
that.
just boxes and boxes.
I'm
and I get
lactose
home.
intolerant and I do that.
Yeah, but I get home and I'm like shit, I have to work on my self-control here. I can't deal with, you know, a fridge full and a pantry full of just really bad snacks. Like,
It's a lot easier to control it if it's not there.
Exactly.
If you don't buy it out of the pantry, you can't eat it. So.
One thing I started doing was, like, I used to, you know, pour a bowl full of chips or a bowl full of whatever. Like, I made it so if I wanted a snack, it's only what I could hold in my hand. So I'd go down and just like one handful of whatever, and I'm like, that's my snack. And, you know, it was messy, but
limited by your hand.
Exactly.
What I find really helpful is actually knowing what a serving is. So if you ever read at the back of a packet what an actual serving is, right? And then like investing in, you know, a $20 kitchen scale is amazing. And just kind of making sure you know what you're eating.
For me, that's the same as tracking my food in the app. I don't want to know.
You'd be surprised how little a serving is.
I've done it
know?
once.
Yeah, it's like everything's like 35 grams is a serving or something, and you look at it and it's like 3 grains
chips.
of cereal or something. Like, no
or you
one's
pour
gonna be
out
full
the
up.
amount that you were going to eat, and you look at it and you're like, that's 7 servings.
Oh god.
Yeah.
That's a rad serving.
Have you guys ever used gamified exercise apps like Zombie Run and Wii Fit and stuff?
I saw a lot of people mention Zombies Run, actually. I got that kind of when it came out. To be honest, I didn't like it because it's fun in the game aspect, but it doesn't teach you anything about learning to run better and learning to train. And that's actually the game part of running for me, the learning to train, the picking what kind of run I'm going to go on, picking my training plan for like that week or those couple of weeks.
You're such a nerd.
I know, but I love it. Like, that is the game. That's like trying to get your negative splits, thinking about your pacing, learning better breathing, learning better technique and posture and stuff like that. Like, that for me is the game. So Zombies Run, I think it's a really cool concept, and if people enjoy it and it encourages them to go outside, that's fantastic. But personally, I think it's better to start with a Couch to 5K kind of program where it more so walks you through foundations, and it more so walks you through learning to be out there for a long time and learning to like enjoy that process.
I think any fitness program is almost gamified in itself.
Yeah.
It's all about adding a little bit here, or as you say, getting the form a bit better, making beating your last score or whatever it is. Just you don't need to be chased by zombies.
Yeah, and
you've got enough stuff there.
Like, I know I keep talking about running, but like, it's just the most trackable thing that I do, because swimming I don't track and cycling I don't track. But for running, there are, you know, like running apps where it tells you your pace and everything. And actually, one thing that I've been doing recently is I've got 2 friends in a running app with me. Actually, two pocketeers. So I'm going to mention names. It's Niall and Holly.
Hey.
Hello. And we've just challenged each other to, you know, running a particular distance. And it's a great encouragement, like seeing how far somebody else has gone, how fast they're running. And even though, like, even if you're not comparing directly what level you're at, just having something where you can encourage each other to be like, you went, that's awesome, I want to see more.
I think whatever motivates you is going to be good. You know, whether it's Wii Fit, Zombies Run, or a Fitbit or an Apple Watch or whatever. I mean, you know, Joe and I both have Fitbits. Joe's still wearing his. I've stopped wearing mine because I like wearing watches too much. So.
Just wear both.
Oh, no. You just got to...
Just be dirty and wear both. Can you wear it as an anklet?
I thought about that, and no, because I would look like a criminal.
Yeah, that's
be
true.
like, you know, I'm on
but then
day
people
release.
know not to mess with you.
They already know not to mess with me. Yeah. So Joe, like, I mean, you've had the Fitbit for what, 3 months, 4 months, maybe even more now. Like, how are you finding it thus far?
Yeah, I mean, it's good because it, as I was saying, it gamifies things quite a lot as well. You know, you have these apps that track everything, and it shows, you know, your heart rate throughout the day, and it has your workouts and whatever. And having that just in some kind of written form, it motivates you, you know, to do it again somehow. If that day where you meant to work out, all of a sudden it's just a flat heart rate and you've done nothing, you kind of, it's logged there forever. You never did anything
It's really
day.
sad to look at my Fitbit app now occasionally, and it's just like,
It's like
blank.
you died.
Because I only, it's kind of like I
Heart rate's
died.
just flat.
Nothing.
It's because I only really use it for exercise now to kind of keep track of my heart rate and my steps, and, you know, if I go out running and stuff. But I do agree, because I think one of my friends posted on Facebook that she did 250,000 steps in a week.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's like a lot of steps. And
Someone
I saw that and I was like, all right, I'm going to try and get up to 25,000 today. And I think that's like a good motivator. You know, if you can see something and you're like, okay, I'm going to challenge myself to walk more, which is, I think, that one of the best exercises is actually walking.
Absolutely.
Just start walking everywhere.
Just to put that in perspective, I got an email, like Fitbit emails you your weekly progress, and they just sent me my yearly one. And because I'd only had it for a few months of the year, I was pretty below the average. But the average Australian was about 900,000 steps. Yeah. So in 1 week, she's over a quarter of the average steps.
Is she just like...
It's insane.
Like in a year? What?
In a year, apparently. The average...
Is 900,000 steps.
900,000 steps was the average.
That's not a lot, is it?
No, it's not a lot. But I mean, maybe just Fitbit users aren't that fit.
Maybe, or maybe a lot of people only had it half a year or something.
Yeah, something like
maybe
that.
they buy for Christmas.
That's like what average...
For a month
Is my maths correct if I say that's on average like 3,000 steps a day? Or even less than that?
Maths.
I'm going to say it's about 3,000 steps.
That's probably right.
Yeah, and obviously it depends what your lifestyle is, but for me, just on an average day coming into work without exercise, I'm only 5,000, 6,000.
Yeah.
So, and you know, there are people who probably commute a lot less, or if you work from home or something like that, you're going to be doing very few steps.
But true. Being sedentary, I think, is something like the number one killer in
right
Australia.
Now. Yep.
Yeah.
It's not even sitting. Like, I think a study recently has shown that just there's actually not much difference between standing and sitting. I mean, you know, your hip flexor muscles will probably thank you more if you stood more. But it's actually about movement. Like, you have to keep moving throughout the day, and which is really bad because if you work like in an office like we do, and you know. We're actually better than most offices. We do get up and, you know, walk around.
That's why I chase people in the halls just to get them moving.
But if you're in an office, you know, 8-10 hours a day, you're probably doing a lot of damage to your body.
Yeah.
We walk to get burgers.
We did.
Does that count?
We did.
On Burger Day, I usually get over 10,000 steps. Just that walk.
Alright.
Yeah,
So
that
that's,
15-minute walk.
that 15-minute walk helps a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's all it takes, a 15-minute walk.
Yeah.
Just go
Yeah.
on one.
I actually walk through the city twice a day. So for any city-siders, I get a bus into Wynyard, and I actually walk to the office at Ultimo, which is about
do you?
25, 30 minutes, and I do that
Just
in
make
the
your way
morning.
I
downtown.
didn't know that. That's pretty good walk.
And I walk back at night, to get a bit of exercise and just move, you
Yeah.
know? Just kind of eat good food, move more. That's pretty much it, really.
Yeah.
It helps so much more than you think it's going to.
Yeah.
That's literally it. Do a bit of exercise, eat good food, and eat less bad food,
Yeah.
and you'll get fitter.
Yeah.
But I think you
and I
have
think
to talk
love-
about how to start.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
the hard part.
Yeah. Love yourself more.
Yeah.
Love yourself
I think.
Love
And
yourself more.
But just start.
Yeah.
Just do something. Like, even
And-
if it's, like you say, just a 15-minute walk
Yeah.
that you don't
Yeah.
usually do.
And
That's great.
don't be scared of what people think of you, because it is always better to take care of yourself than it is to be scared that someone might think that you look a little silly.
Absolutely.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
Sam tells me this all the time. Like, he wants me to go to the gym and do weights.
Yep.
And I haven't started yet. I think about it, but I also don't know how I would learn how to do weights.
And the flip
by
is you want
myself.
me to do cardio.
I want him to do cardio, and he won't do it. But whenever I talk about going to the gym, I'm like, I've never been in a gym before. Like, I would feel nervous and I would feel
I
self-conscious.
think a gym can definitely be an intimidating place.
Yeah, totally.
And then
But-
Sam, say your thing.
What's my thing?
Say what you always say to me when I go, I don't want to go to the gym because it's scary.
I don't know what I say.
Oh.
What do I say? Tell me what I say.
What would you say if I said to you, I don't want to go to the gym because it's scary? Now he's nervous.
No, I don't know. Tell me.
He's always like, everybody is just focused on their own
Oh yeah,
routine.
yeah, right.
And
Everyone
no one cares,
everyone
yeah.
at the gym is there for themselves. They don't care about anyone else there.
But if you stack it, they're going to laugh.
So just don't
That's
stack
true.
it and you're fine.
yeah.
But I will stack it, that's the
yeah.
problem.
But that's a
that's
great
very
point,
true.
Sam. Like the fact that everyone's just focused on their own routine.
Yeah,
so-
totally. I mean, that's why I go. I'm only there for myself. I don't really pay attention to anyone else. I'm not judging anyone. So get out there and just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all very mental, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like
totally.
a lot of people think that they will be judged if they go to a gym or if they
Yeah.
run on the street, and
That's-
I'm sure there are assholes out there.
But
who
generally
make
they're
it
not going to
difficult,
say
but
anything
yeah,
to you.
generally.
And I find like there's a sense of camaraderie like when you go to a place where there's exercise, because even if someone like if I was running on the track I normally run and I recognize some people that I see and you always smile and say good morning or whatever, and if I were to see someone who would be universally considered unfit having a really, really rough time running, I wouldn't think, haha, sucks to be them. I would think that's awesome that they're out. I'm so proud of them. I'm so happy for
So
them.
much more respect to see someone like that.
Absolutely, because it's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
It is hard.
The starting's the hardest part.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely.
The thing is, if you want to start weight training, you can also do body weight exercises, which
Like without how you just use your body. And
Yeah.
there's no-
yeah,
It's
like
like
push-ups,
Yeah, no, I
push-ups,
do stuff like
lunges,
that.
and
I do stuff like
chin-ups
that,
and
yeah.
pull-ups and all that kind of
I
stuff.
don't have a bar to do chin-ups and pull-ups, but I do like push-ups and planking, and I used to do Muay Thai training
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And none of that was weighted. That's all just
But it's all resistant training in the
Yeah,
end.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
weights are just more targeted.
yeah.
You're fine. You're fine. It's all good. It's
I
all
have
good.
muscles.
I want to go through some listener questions just
Yeah.
very quickly before
Cool.
we finish off. Alison Lee asks, with so many games to be played each week and outside being less than desirable place to be, how do you all stay motivated to exercise? And what's your favourite activity to keep fit? Rad.
I love the outdoors, so maybe I'm the wrong person to answer that part of the question, but I think find somewhere outdoors that you enjoy. So I really enjoy going to the national park with my sisters, and when it's hot, we'll go for like a short hike and then spend 2-3 hours walking up and down a river and swimming and stuff like that. And I love that because you have to use agility and strength and stuff like that to climb rocks and jump over things, and it's fantastic. And it's a really great way to get exercise where you're not really feeling like you're getting exercise and you're getting outdoors and you're breathing the fresh air, all that kind of good stuff. So find somewhere that you like, that speaks to you. Also, my favorite activities are anything that's competitive. I like competition. So I am constantly, even in the office, I think that I can do everything and that I can beat everyone in everything, and usually I can't. Usually I suck at everything, but I like to think I can.
You
so.
do not, but it's okay.
Thank you. So I enjoy cycling and running and swimming and stuff like that because there's very measurable instances of progress, and that for me is really fun. I like seeing this is now my baseline, and my baseline now is better than it was half a year ago. And that doesn't always mean that I'm going to smash it, but it means in general I can do better than I could in general 6 months ago. And I really like that.
Awesome. Onwards and upwards. Joe.
Well, even going back a little bit to what we were saying before about the gym being intimidating, like I completely agree. I don't like the gym.
Yep.
Thankfully, my brother was actually kind of into weight training before me, so he had a bunch of the gear at home. So, I don't go outside. I stay very much inside, and no one can see what I'm doing, which can be, a bad thing for weight training because it's good to have spotters. It's good to have someone to correct your form. But, it just means I have to go a little bit slower, a little bit more carefully, and make sure I don't.
Do you have a mirror?
We have a mirror, yeah. And I actually got a new power rack over the holiday as well.
Nice.
So
Awesome.
yeah.
Let's all go to Joe's house. And
That's the
weight
dream.
train.
Exactly, yeah.
The dream.
So we've got
home
some
gym.
Yeah,
Yep.
we've got some gear there. If that's your kind of thing, you really don't want to go outside. Good gear is expensive, but it can be absolutely worth it. You just get one or two good machines, and it's really worth it.
Favorite activity?
Squatting.
Nice. Compound exercises.
Just a squat.
Lovely.
Yeah, good old squat.
Back squat or front squat?
Back squat.
Yeah.
It's good.
Nice.
Gets the heart going.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
I've never done a squat.
Do one now.
I'm scared.
I was going to make an Asian joke there.
Hey!
I see where that was
I
going.
should have done that. I should have gotten up and done an Asian squat.
And I was like,
Is
dude,
this
man,
wrong?
you're an Asian. You squatted before.
Actually, sorry, I correct myself. Rowing, probably. I don't do much cardio, but I do rowing for just warming up. I find that's a really relaxing, meditative kind of action.
Do you go all Frank Underwood on it?
I did after watching some House of Cards. I was like, I'm just gonna. It looked like fun when what's the wife?
Claire?
Claire was just destroying the rowing machine. I was like, I'll give that a go. So I did intervals for a little while where it's like 60 seconds just going at it and then 60 seconds off. So
HIIT.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sammy.
What keeps me motivated?
Yeah, what keeps you motivated? Yeah.
Again, it's just the confidence thing, trying to improve myself. Like Rad said, with myself like 6 months a year ago, it's just good to compare yourself to where you were to where you are now.
Do you take photos?
I don't actually know, but I've been
I saw a thing recently that said apparently people who take regular photos of themselves actually lose weight faster.
Yeah, right.
Because it's a log. It's another way to gamify.
Yeah.
That's why we want to be on Pocket more.
Yeah, so you can see yourself.
So I can see myself
Yeah.
on camera. And the camera adds like, 10, 15 pounds or whatever, because of the... Yeah, I'm just going to tell myself that.
28 kilos.
80 kilos. Every time I see myself on screen, like, it's weird. It's like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, all right, I'm motivated to get better or something.
And favourite exercise?
Yeah, favourite activity to get fit.
I really like
keep fit.
the overhead press.
Which one's that?
It's a
overhead.
It's a compound movement that does your shoulders, triceps, and biceps.
And your diceps?
The what?
The diceps.
Those aren't a thing, right?
Not a thing.
That's my favourite joke to make at Sam. I ask him what all the muscles are, and then I say diceps, and he gets really mad.
You do too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Overhead press, nice.
Yeah, so it's just a barbell movement with weight on either.
Wait, which
sides.
one's the movement? Can you just...
So it's open palms from your shoulders up above your head, straight up.
But you'd be surprised how few
standing.
muscles you kind of have up there, so you tire super quick.
Especially as a female rad, like we don't have developed
muscles
lats and shoulder muscles.
Right.
Yeah, it's a bit harder.
Yeah.
You feel really powerful, but then after like
you feel really powerful.
After the first one, you feel powerful, then all the rest
then
suck.
the rest is just like, I am so weak.
I'm really into the clean and press. Like,
I don't do many
that.
of those. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know why I do it.
Which one's the clean and press?
It's like you're in a deadlift position.
Yeah.
You pull the bar up.
Oh, the one.
It's like the full
it's like the full
Olympic
one.
thing. Yeah.
So, but you pull the bar up into standing position, not into a squat, and then you overhead press.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, good fun.
I find those are too much movement for me. I'm always scared when there's too many things. It's just one or two sort of motions in a lift. I find.
The great thing about those lifts is it really, and if you when you do them properly, because a lot of people don't do them properly, is you have to engage your core. To keep everything stable. Like if you don't engage your core
strength
it is not cool.
Everything for everything. Yeah.
What motivates me, this is going to sound like hilarious, but watching a Daniel Craig Bond film.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, isn't it?
What do you mean?
She means the beach scene.
Oh, okay. She's like, I want to be Daniel Craig coming out that water.
not necessarily that. I think every time I watch an action film or something, I want to be in that action film.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
that motivates me to get fitter because
Yeah.
I'm like, if I have to outrun that
Totally.
bad guy,
Oh my gosh.
so I got to be fit, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I got to prepare myself for that, apocalypse that might
Yeah.
happen. And yeah,
I used to have
that's my
nightmares
motivation.
about being chased. Like, that was my number one nightmare.
I think everyone has those, and
Yeah.
you can't
Yeah.
run fast
And
enough.
you can't run fast
Yeah.
enough. Since I
And then you
started
try and like
running,
punch someone and you can't punch
Yeah.
either. You ever had that?
yeah, I know.
And then your teeth fall out.
And then you try and fly and you
Yeah.
can't get off the
Sucks.
ground. But no, since I started running and since I started like getting into it and being able to run like a 3K comfortably, I found that in those dreams I was able to run, and now I don't get those nightmares anymore. And to me, that's like, I know that's totally like that's not science. That's just my experience. I'm not saying that will happen to you, but it was just cool.
Probably
like,
gonna have one of those nightmares tonight.
yeah,
God
probably.
damn it.
And then I won't have any legs,
Yeah.
and then my teeth will fall out. Yeah.
Ooh, horrible. I have too many activities to list, and I really enjoy sport. I love playing sport. I still play basketball competitively every week. I love tennis. So yeah, one of those two: basketball, tennis,
Yep.
to keep fit.
Who was that from?
That was from Alison Lee.
Pink
Thank you,
girl.
Al. All right. Thank
Yeah.
you, Pink Girl.
Dino J. Coughlin asks, "Is there any quick exercises to help you active?
Any exercises that help you stay active?
Quick exercises to help you active." So obviously Dino doesn't want to, take too much time in getting fit.
Yeah.
Burpees. If you
Oh, burpees are good.
Yeah, a lot of
If you want to be quick, you got to go hard, so it's burpees.
a lot of the
Even-
body weight stuff would be good. I think like planks and push-ups
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
chin-ups and pull-ups. If you have a bar, they're great. And things just like running,
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
walking, like you said earlier. It's
Yeah,
just
walking's great.
Yeah.
Even I think because we're gamers, we don't like going outside except for Rad. Sometimes I find like if I'm watching a movie or a TV show in my room, jogging on the spot,
Yep.
shadow boxing in
Yep.
your room.
Yep.
Oh man, just get your body moving. No matter what you do,
Put on a
it's
song
gonna
and dance for 3 minutes.
it's gonna help.
Yep.
But I agree. Burpees, even if you do them slow, they kill.
Yep.
Like just keep
They're
doing them until you
awful.
collapse.
Yep.
yeah, I hate burpees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think there's never a quick way.
No.
There's no
No.
quick shortcut. It's sort
Yeah.
of consistent effort over a long period
Yeah.
of time
Yep.
is the only way you're actually going to stay fit.
I think you can do quick exercises as long as you keep them up. You
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
like 15, 20 minutes every day, and in like 3 months' time, you're going to be so much fitter
Yeah.
than
Yeah, for
where you
sure.
were 3 months ago.
But
Sam
it's-
says if you're just doing body weight stuff, push-ups, you can do it whenever you want
Oh,
because
yeah,
you
yeah.
don't need any equipment. So,
But
do a
definitely
few of those.
consistency is key,
Yeah.
and don't look for a quick fix because you won't find one.
Yeah, I mean, there's these ads running on Foxtel at the moment for some product. It's basically a Wii Fit board that just vibrates, and it's like get shredded fast. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like that's never going to work. It's going to do nothing.
No.
Yeah.
You may as
Gonna
well
get me
just-
one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just jiggle your fat away.
But yeah, whatever you're doing more than you would be doing if you weren't doing anything.
Yeah.
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 Just do something.
Yeah.
even
And
if it's a
actually-
little
That's
bit.
Also on this point, if you don't want to go outside, there's a pretty good Nike app called like Nike Training Club or something.
Oh yeah, with the videos and stuff. Yeah,
they
I've
have,
seen that.
Yeah, they have like different training programs, and it's basically different workouts that you can do. It has a video of someone doing it. It has a timer for how long you do each exercise, and it has explanations of how to do each exercise if you need to know. Generally, you don't need a lot of space. You can do it in a bedroom. It's something. It's worthwhile checking out
Yeah.
if you don't want to leave the house.
That's the thing. I mean, if you do suffer from lower self-esteem or you don't like to leave the house, there is definitely stuff you can
Yeah.
do. Like you don't have to sit on the couch or sit in front of your computer the entire time
Yeah.
and think I need to go to the gym because you don't have to. Last question. Clint Shenton asks, quick easy game of food that's cheap and easy to make. More so just stuff I can make for dinner when I CBB. Cornflakes is getting old.
Popcorn.
That's not like cheap and easy for dinner.
Yeah, huh? Popcorn's a dinner food.
It's cheap and easy, but it's
Yeah.
probably not.
It's probably
he-
not
healthy,
satisfying,
yeah.
man.
No,
Yeah.
it's if you air pop your own popcorn and only use like a little bit of butter and salt, you're
Okay,
good.
your opinions are invalid.
What? Popcorn's a great dinner. Go for it, kids.
Sam.
The first thing that comes to my mind is fruit. Fruit's great. Bananas, oranges, mangoes. Oh, I love mangoes.
But I mean, if you're talking like for dinner,
dinner,
for a
yeah.
proper meal,
Yeah, right.
just steaks or something that
Yeah.
I mean,
Steak and veg, man.
Steak and veg, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's all I
not-
eat.
Or even just like pre-mixed salads. Go buy some
Yeah.
pre-mixed salads, whatever. Whack them on a plate. Cook a steak for 5
Yeah.
minutes, and there's a.
Oh,
good
if you don't
meal,
want to cook
know?
something, buy a barbecue chicken from a
Yeah.
supermarket.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
tear it up, put it over some salad leaves, bit of dressing on top.
Exactly.
Boom,
Yep.
dinner.
Yep. All kinds of
Boom.
tuna.
Yep.
Yeah, cans of tuna are
tuna's
great.
And that chicken's
always.
going to be a few meals. If it's
Oh, yeah.
just you by yourself, like
Yeah.
a chicken will last all
Challenge
week.
accepted.
That's what I do in the office. That's what I do in the office. I mean, you guys have all seen me just like
Yeah.
buy
Yep.
chicken
Yeah.
and just salad. It's all good.
Hard-boiled eggs as well.
Oh,
It's really
yeah.
good.
Oh, eggs have
Eggs,
great
yeah.
protein as well.
And
Yeah.
they're just super easy to boil.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they've got their own little carry case, so you can take them for
Yeah.
lunch or a snack.
Because the ABC doesn't really have a kitchen, like we have a microwave in the kitchen, I've been really experimental with all like my microwave meals in the office now. And honestly, you know, some broccoli, maybe some, you know, chili paste, like some Thai chili paste with some chicken. Boom, that's like a microwave stir fry if you
Yeah.
don't want to cook. You know, like lots of easy recipes. I'm sure you can just jump online and
Yeah.
find all that kind of stuff.
Rice is a great side dish as
Yeah.
well, like chicken rice broccoli with a bit of sauce or something.
And you
Yeah.
can get those 1-minute microwave rice things, you know, if you don't
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
Yeah.
boil and go through all that.
Yeah.
It's too easy.
Even pasta, you know,
Yeah.
some veggies and some pasta sauce, protein, you know, chicken, tuna,
I'm
whatever.
hungry.
Boom,
Beef.
done.
Bruh.
Done.
It's almost dinner time.
Oh, yeah, okay. So we will wrap this up. Thanks for joining me, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
And good luck with the rest of your health and fitness goals
Thanks.
for the rest of the year. And
Thanks.
same to you, listeners. Remember, Good Game is back on ABC2 at 8:30 p.m, Tuesday, Feb 16. And Spawn Point is back on ABC3, Saturday, 20th of Feb. The podcast will be taking a break for 3 weeks as I'm off on holidays.
Yay.
But in the interim, if you've got something you'd like us to chat about, tweet me at LJology or leave a comment on SoundCloud and Facebook. Till next time, goodbye.
Bye.
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 I just realised that my yay could have sounded rude, but I meant it like, yay, you're going on holidays, good for you, not yay, you're gone. Just so we're clear.
Thank you, Ryan. Thanks.
Thanks.
I love you too. Okay, goodbye.